All right. So we're going to jump into day 2 or part 2 of how to write a contract in 5 minutes or less. All right, Nadia. So how we're going to do this, we're going to come up here to My Docs, and this is how we're going to get to our form templates. So let me just jump back real quick. Like I was talking about before, when we are in our test opportunity, this cover sheet here, it's only going to fill out our text boxes. It's not going to check any of our radio buttons or our check boxes or anything like that. So that's what this form template is going to be. We're going to use these form templates to make sure that we have our radio buttons clicked and our check boxes marked. So I'm going to save and close. And I'm going to go back to my documents in the top of the screen, form templates. And since I don't have any templates created yet, I'm going to start with the create form template button here in the top right, or I can click on this button here.
So actually, after you save and close the room, you change the tab for My Docs and then creating form template, right?
Yep, so here I'm back in my room.
And
to get to this, to the form templates, to create a form template, we're going to come up here to My Docs, which is going to take us out of rooms or out of our specific room. Now we're in the My Docs form here. And I'm going to click on Form Templates and then Create Form Template. So this is going to ask me where I'm wanting to pull that form from. So we're going to use DocuSign Form Library, and I'm going to select Florida Association of Realtors. And then I'm just going to type in as is. We're going to use this as is residential contract for sale. Use, and now we're in our template editor here. So first step, I'm going to rename this template as is. We're going to make it a cash offer with a 7-day inspection period. So we're not going to touch the text boxes because those are going to be specific per transaction. We're only going to be changing the radio buttons and the check boxes. So for instance, we're going to scroll through, and this is where my inexperience with contracts comes into play, because when you're doing these yourself or with Laura or with Mila, they'll be better with helping you actually create the correct templates or the correct forms for these as is cash 7-day inspection period. So I'm just going to show you what you would do. So I'm going to click on this, a company's offer, or actually we'll click on this is made to be within 3 days. I'm going to scroll down until I see more. Assignability. Buyer may assign and thereby be released from any further liability under this contract. You can either select yes.
So, I am a little bit confused about that, because when you went to the room, you already have some kind of documents there, and probably one of them was like as is contract. And then you go to create a template and add the same documents again. It's like just for example, how to add any other documents, or we have to do this even though we already have this document in a room.
I'll cover that after we get through editing this. That's I'll show you how to actually apply that template to the document so that your text boxes are there and the template's there at the same time.
I see.
If I go through, okay, so this is a cash offer, so we're going to click it's a cash transaction. Since it's cash, we don't have to worry about any of the other check boxes or radio buttons. Let's see. We'll click on this. Seller shall designate the closing agent. Seller shall pay installments due prior to closing. But the termination notice period is 15 days. This is all, I'm not sure if any of this is correct in regards to the contract, but
Yeah, I see, just for
the
an
concept is
example.
still the same.
Mhm.
We'll put 10 here. I'm just gonna keep going through this contract, looking for any radio buttons or check boxes that we can input. We can check mark any of these if we want to, but I think these would be more
Mhm.
specific towards each individual transaction, so probably wouldn't be using these. And the additional terms, so this is useful. So let's say you do have a transaction fee that you want to charge.
Mhm.
You can just put additional 350 transaction fee. And then that will save. And since that's in the template, that will be applied to every single form that you apply this template to.
Could you add this information through like cover sheet, or you have to do it manually?
Which information?
Like additional, because it looks like you have to type some text in this.
So
line.
this won't be in the cover sheet.
Mhm.
So you'd either have to type this in the contract, or if it's something that you're going to be using for multiple transactions or all your transactions for like an as is cash 7-day inspection, you type it in the additional terms.
I see. Okay.
But once we get all of our radio buttons and checkboxes done, we're going to hit save and close. And now our template is saved here.
Saved in my docs.
It's saved as a form template in your docs. So now, one quick tip, if you want to, if you have this, that's kind of weird. I wonder why I didn't say the name. One second. Ah, that's why. So when you change the name, make sure you hit this green check mark here just to save it.
Mhm.
After that, we'll save and close. Now here's our template name here with our form name. Now let's say you wanted to make another form template, but you want it to be an as is contract cash for, let's say, a 5-day inspection. You can go to actions here, hit this drop down menu, hit copy, and that will make a copy of that one form template. We'll come up here, change the name to a 5-day inspection.
Mhm.
Hit the green check mark to save. And then we'll go through, make our changes to our template to make sure it's a 5-day inspection, save and close.
Mhm.
And now we have two templates, one for as is cash 5-day inspection and one that's an as is cash 7-day inspection. So now we have our templates. So now we have to figure out how we're going to actually apply them
Mhm.
to our documents. So I'm going to go back to rooms
Mhm.
and go back into my opportunity to the documents tab. Now I'm going to right click on the form that I want to apply the form template to. Go to apply form template. I'm going to apply the as is cash 7-day inspection, apply. Now if I go into this form,
Can you show please one more time? I didn't get where you click on to get it.
we'll do. So all you have to do,
Mm-hmm.
right click on the form, whichever form you want to apply the template to. Come over here to apply from form template, click on it, and then choose which one you want to apply. And once we go
I
back
see.
into the document, here our checkboxes are done. Our radio buttons are already checked.
So after you apply this specific form from your template, you have to go to documents and it should open up, right?
Explain, try to re-explain that.
Okay. You clicked on the right button of the mouse, click on apply,
Sorry.